brothers, welcome back to Territorial IO. We're gonna be picking our spot here. We're in a 25-person free-for-all battle in Caucasia. Now, before we get going, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who played and watched the tournament yesterday. I know we had some issues. Hopefully we'll be able to get those fixed before the next time we do it, but just a big thank you for being patient with us as we kind of had a little bit of a learning experience, and now we're just kind of focusing on the map, see what we can do. Full sins are allowed in this. Oh no, I don't think full sins are allowed in this. Yeah, full sins are not allowed in this one, so we have a lot of space to grow, so we're gonna be doing our kind of more aggressive opening. Now we do have some bots to get through, which is why I'm doing the more aggressive one, is I don't want to get landlocked behind these bots and have to fight my way out. So we'll be kind of going in our more aggressive stance. And now we do have this player over here, these two players right there, and then this guy down below us. Those are gonna be our players to be watching and see what they do. This guy especially, he's probably gonna be working his way down, so he might be a threat for us. Let's go ahead and reload that. As we're hitting our infinite growth in stride, we're gonna get a lot of this land down south, sneaking our way through a lot of bots in order to get there. Let's just keep refilling that. And now let's start looking at some bots. Let's go ahead and weaken ourselves a little bit and start going in. So we have some great targets right away, which is wonderful. Let's keep going into this guy. And you, hello. You got all your troops back, but you resent them. Wonderful news, wonderful news. Let's keep going into these bots down here, and then this guy as well. And as soon as this guy I can touch, yep, that's what we wanted to do. And here and here. So overall, we're in second place. We do have the Union over here who is in first place. So we're going to want to try and cut him off from being able to expand over here more. That's a little bit concerning on our end. Let's go ahead and grab this. And now we can start to push up north a little bit more. Now we do have a lot more troops than Union, so he's going to have a hard time kind of getting around us. But we are coming against a person above us. So I'm going to try and be a little bit more aggressive with my attacks, just trying to grab the last bits of land before it all runs out. Now bot Amy is going to be the last bot that we can get, minus this guy right here. And we end up with the crown right away. So we have about 200,000 troops, so we are in a good spot to preserve those troops. Now Union might take that away from us. No, Mongolian Vodka was able to take that away. He's over here. And Mongolia is actually a pretty good target for us. So I'm going to attack into him right away. I don't want to have this strong person on my borders, and he's sending a lot of troops away. So we're just getting a ton of this land right away. And that worked out huge for us, grabbing a ton of land. And now, ooh, that Great Republic got attacked as he tried to grab some of this land away from us in Mongolia. Now player 605 does have the crown, which is a little bit concerning. Let's keep pushing into Mongolia, keep grabbing as much of this land as we can. Now the Union is having the same kind of issue or same kind of opportunity over here. So that is something to keep aware of. Let's go ahead and finish up this guy right here. And we'll let these two kind of battle it out a little bit more. Actually, we're at 2 million. So let's go ahead and try and grab, or almost 1 million. Let's go ahead and help keep grabbing down this Republic player. And Drew is attacking Whittle. So this is really good for us to have this opportunity. Having the crown above us is quite scary, as we do not have nearly the troops that he does. So I'm going to really want a lot of this land that he's going to try and grab. And he's moving a lot faster because he's above 60,000, but so are we. So we get some opportunity. And he could go into this player down here. Oh, this guy's getting attacked as well. This is wonderful that so many players are getting attacked. And we're going to go into this guy as well. Hopefully we can cut off this green player. Unfortunately not. He's going to have access to Drew. I really was trying to prevent that from happening. Ooh, we almost got it. We almost got it, but we are at 2 million, and he's going straight into Drew Algeria. That's a little bit concerning, so let's go ahead and push into this ourselves and make sure that we can grab some land. We'll go ahead and reinforce that. I was trying to get the corner here. I'm going to give you a thumbs up. We really do need to take this player out. He is quite the concern. Currently, Union has more troops than me, but I'm not that far behind this player. So next time he starts to attack somebody, I feel like I'm going to attack him. And we'll just kind of wait for this. We'll take a truce here and see if we can truce with this player up north as well. Now, when we get to kind of our red interest, I think that'll be the time to start going on the crown. Union's going to be a hard one for us. We're going to really be centralized once we take out the crown. So it's going to kind of be, we need to be planning on what we do next. So I'm going to give you a thumbs up. And did Union just attack? I missed it. Oh, goodness. I don't think he did. So let's keep saving up to our red interest so we can put up the best fight we possibly can. Android user does. Okay, he is going in on him. So we're going to go on him as well. Just keep bullying down the crown a little bit. With 3 people attacking, it's going to be hard for him to kind of pick a target, but he did pick the weakest of the targets. So that gives us free reign to kind of keep pushing. Now, Union is saving up his troops rather than attacking again, which is a little bit concerning because we really need to push into this guy right now. So he's boating in to kind of position himself a little bit better to grab just a slight bit more land, which is perfectly fine on our end. So let's keep attacking, keep going into this guy. And Mongolian Vodka and Android user are not really in positions to do this. So it's really going to be me and Union, although Union gives the thumbs up to somebody other than myself, which is a little bit concerning. I'm afraid he's going to betray me rather than keep going into player 605. So we really need to kind of be cautious here and seeing what we can do next. Let's keep going into him. Let's try and see if we can get big old PP involved as well. He is involved. He's helping out. So that's all the help we will need as we will continue to build up. A Union is being very passive right now, which is quite concerning that he's no longer attacking. It's kind of like, where are his troops going to go? He's just continuously boating to try and grab more land. We take the crown away from player 605. So we'll just kind of sit and wait here, see what kind of happens. Again, us being positioned in the middle is going to be a little bit dangerous for us. He is consistently attacking 605 now, so he's just kind of trying to get more of this land. We're going to get a ton of it here, but just being sandwiched in between some very large players is going to be quite concerning for us. Let's go ahead and grab this non-aggression pact for this player. I didn't see who it was. I just accepted it in all honesty. And I'm really concerned with what Union's going to do next. I think he's going to try and attack us with PP. Let's try and get a truce with this guy ahead of time, and you as well. See what we can do on this front. We do get truces with both of them, so let's keep pushing. Keep knocking down this player and grabbing a ton of his land. We do have the lead, but not by the biggest margin, so we really need to kind of fight for it. And hopefully by the time we get centralized, we'll kind of have something to go through. Now, I do believe that's when Android user or the Union is going to start attacking me. So what I'm going to do right now is actually start the backstab of pushing through Union right now. We'll send a boat as well. I'm just concerned that he's going to try and attack me. So before I grab any more borders, I'm going to try and take him out and grab all of his land and just kind of eliminate a threat on the border, so I'm not sandwiched in the middle. I believe this is a pretty good strategy. Big old PP has kind of stopped. I think he's kind of worried about Mongolian vodka above us. So big old PP is the second strongest player. 605 is still attacking us, which is unfortunate. We do get a nice little beachhead there, and we'll just keep attacking into Union, grabbing as much of his land as we can. Boat back into here. And he can't full send us, so we're in a decently strong position. We just need to make sure to not overplay our hand. Union leaves. Oh, that's huge for us. Let's grab all of his land. He really sent hard into 605. The bot did right before. So he's down to 2 million troops already, and we take out a strong player and eliminate a huge threat on the board, really solidifying our position in first place by a lot. So now what we need to kind of figure out is, do we want to take out the rest of 605, or do we want to go into a big old PP? I think we want to save up and then go into 605, finish him off. Android users being attacked by Mongolia Vodka. So I think this fight's going to be between big old PP and the topographical guy over here and kind of fighting off. He does become a bot, which is wonderful news. Let's go ahead and finish this project up over here, and things are looking a lot better. So we have 30 million troops, which is wonderful news. This guy is getting attacked by somebody. He's expending a lot of troops somewhere. So let's go ahead and finish off this second red player over here. And I'm not going to boat into this space right now. I don't want to touch borders with Mongolia Vodka and invite kind of that team up. So now we'll kind of push into big old PP and taking down the second strongest player on the board. Things are looking good with Android user above us. Although he did just attack us, I think that signal has been given. But fortunately for us, we did position ourselves well. So he's just a little bit too weak in order to do anything. And now that we're able to take out big old PP, who also leaves huge for us, we grab a ton of land. Let's go ahead and keep moving up north and grabbing as much of this as we can. We'll go into Jackie over here, grabbing as much land from Jackie as we can along the way. And now we are very, very strong. An absolute force to be reckoned with. Let's go ahead and push into Android user, finish him off, and boat into him. Wonderful news. So he's down to 2 million. We'll just keep pushing into this. And next we'll go into Mongolia with about half our troops. That should finish him off over here and take him down. We will leave our buddy right there. If he wants to truce up with us, that's perfectly fine. He does accept the truce, so we take out Mongolia Vodka and claim the victory. So GG's to all involved. We are missing just a tiny bit of land, so let's try and grab this, the island of Cyprus down below us. I don't really want to take out my buddy, so hopefully this will be enough. And it is still not. Goodness gracious. Okay, well, we'll zoom to the end and then I'll get on to the next map. Okay, our buddy left. He became a bot, so I took him out to get to 99%. GG's to all involved, and on to the next one. All right, next map up is going to be a little bit of free-for-all action here on the Halo map. Let's try and grab a spot up north a little bit. I want to be a little bit separated from everybody else. There's a good amount of land over here for us to be able to grab, and hopefully that'll work out. Now, these two players are in the best position possible. We're going to have to be facing off some strong players, so hopefully we'll be able to take advantage of some drama. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Don't need that anymore. And kind of work our way out. We're going to be a little bit little bit more aggressive in our opening and trying to grab as much land as possible. So we'll see what we can do here. We're going to need to get as big as possible, as fast as possible. There are players in our way strategically that are going to prevent us from being in charge of this game if we don't grab a ton of land right from the start. So that's going to be our goal here. Now, we are at about 4,000 troops. We will be hitting our infinite growth pattern at about 7,000. So we might do this a little bit earlier just because we have to sneak through some bots. So let's go ahead and do that as we're about to be cut off anyway. So let's keep going in, seeing as much as we can get. And let's go ahead and decrease this in case. Yep, that's going to be just about as much land as we can get. So all's well there. Now, that does put us into 5th place from the bot phase, which is a little bit concerning. Not necessarily where you want to be at the end of the bot phase. You want to have a lot more room to grow. So things are not looking optimal for us, but we do have some juicy targets for us to get. Let's go ahead and be aggressive in this, trying to grab as much of this land as possible. Really take away from anybody else that's trying to grab any of the land from us. And we do have Azerbaijan over here. He's our closest enemy, and then Optic below us. I was just in the game with Optic. It seems like he lost it, so that's unfortunate for him. We were teaming up against the Crown together. Unfortunately, let's try and get a truce with him. We both lost that battle. We had a third player who was teaming up with the Crown and just kind of not interested in winning the game for himself, but very interested in hoping the Crown win. I'm sure he lost as well, so let's keep pushing down and grab this. But enough about that game. Was really focusing on this one. This is going to be some good opportunities for us. I'm waiting for Bella to attack. I missed it earlier, so I'm going to try and time it again. There we go. That's huge. Let's go into Canute over here as well and keep pushing our way down south and west as much as possible. Now, Azerbaijan does not have the troops to support this. We do have an early Crown, which is good news. That's another great attack from Canute, and we'll keep going down south, and that should really cut us off over there. Azerbaijan is getting attacked by these bots heavily, so that is a little bit on the interesting side over there. Let's go ahead and grab this bot. Let's go into Azerbaijan. He's so weak and he's got so much land. This is going to be huge for us. Let's keep going again. Grab this bot as well. He gets all of his troops back, but he's really aggressively attacking. So we're able to grab a lot of this land along with the Soviet Union over here, really pushing our way over, keep going into Azerbaijan. We have 400,000 troops. He has 700,000. So that is something to be aware of. After this attack, we're going to definitely need to turtle up. We'll take a truce with you. Optic never gave us a truce. I think that truce might have been a little bit too opportunistic last time for him to want to repeat it, as we weren't necessarily able to capitalize on the win, so he might be holding that. And us being the Crown is obviously another thing that is a point of concern that you never necessarily want to truce with the Crown. So we'll keep saving up here. We could look to go into the middle island. We could look to go into Soviet Union. Soviet Union does look to be pushing down south to try and grab a lot of this area from the bot over there. He is in 4th place, so we do want to attack him if he starts to get too big for his britches, if you will. But again, with Optic on our borders down below us, that is something to be concerned about. He is pushing into a player that only has 800,000, where we don't necessarily have that opportunity. We could push into this guy, and I think we're going to do that. Let's go ahead and take a little bit of a risk here. Optic's going to be able to push in, and they're going to be able to split this land over here, so I do want to try and grab this person in the middle, at least grab some of their land. And we'll just go ahead and take out this guy. He does accept the truce. Flatbrush does full send right away, so we get a bunch of land for essentially nothing. We'll be able to push into the green player as well. Let's go ahead and do that now. Really push into him. Optic briefly took away the Crown from us, so we're going to try and grab all of this land away. We Run is the only one that really has any land left. Now, we are in a position where we are going to have to fight off 2 people at the same time. We do have a lot of land, but not necessarily enough to do this. Optic has attacked us right away, so we're going to go into him. Hopefully, Soviet Union doesn't betray us. He gives us the heart. Let's give him the heart back and just keep going into Optic down below. Now, if Soviet Union does betray us, that's a lesson learned. We should have probably attacked him first just because he had a lot of land and not the troops to necessarily support it. But because he did give us that heart, I'm kind of hoping that will reign true and carry us to victory. If he betrays us, again, we've learned our lesson. So we'll keep going into... Oh, that's the green player. I was about to say, no way are you boating into me right now. Okay, so all's well right now. We have the ability to keep pushing into Optic down below. And he's pretty strong. He's got 130,000 pixels. We've got 180,000. So it's going to be a little bit of a slow grog. The Soviet Union could betray us at any time. And if that happens, we're just going to have to... And that's what happened. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start attacking Soviet Union. They are similar strength. So I think the best one to attack is Soviet. And say truce. Hopefully that'll reign true. He does accept the truce, so now we can focus in on Optic again. So he's giving us the heart again. I think he might know us. He might know us and kind of be trying to play off the fact that typically when people give me the heart, I truce with them. But Optic is pretty low and he is in second place, so let's keep focusing in on him. Soviet Union's going on him as well, so now we have an ally. I'm glad I asked for that second truce. He gave a big attack into Optic. He used a lot of troops to do it. I'm giving you a thumbs up. I am attacking this man, don't you worry. I just need to keep my troop count up for what should be obvious reasons at this point. I don't want to get betrayed by Soviet, but if he does betray me at this point, I'm going to keep going into Optic, keep knocking him down. He full sends on Soviet. We grab all of the land that was around, and that's huge for us. So now the victory is assured. Now, Soviet Union having attacked us means that we will attack him back and really start to grab some of this land for ourselves, as he did betray us once, and you know, I did not forget that. So let's go ahead and grab the rest of this land. And down he goes. He's only got 1 million troops left, so let's keep pushing through the rest of Soviet Union over here. He's only got a little bit of island left, and that will get us to 99%. So GG's to all involved as we wrap things up here. I think this will be the last island that we need. Indeed it is. So thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you've made it this far in the video. If you haven't made it this far in the video, hey, give it a thumbs up. Really helps out a lot. If you're new around here, subscribe for more. I put videos every day. But boys, I will see you in the next one.